Hey guys, another song for you here today. We're going to be looking at George Ezra Budapest. Really good song, this one. The guy's got a great voice, it's really fun to play along to. It's got some nice picking bits, bit of hammer-ons, a little bit of a solo, it's got a bit of everything, so we'll be going through that. The studio version is tuned down one step. George actually plays a baritone guitar, so when he has the capo on live, he is still coming back to one step down because his guitar is 2 steps down. I'll show you how to tune it down to 1 step down. So I'm in standard tuning. If I want to get to a step down, you're going to be playing, you can do it 2 ways. You can play 7th fret on the E string, and then that should be the same note as the A string. Or you can do it harmonically, which would be to pick the harmonic at the 7th fret of the E, pick the harmonic at the 12th fret of the A, till they're the same note. And then you just tune it as you normally would, either 5-5, 5-5, 5-5, 4-5, 5-5, or you can pick it 5-7 harmonically. So 5th fret of the A, 7th fret of the D. Doesn't work on the G and the B, you still have to pick that 4-5. But we'll go through it in standard tuning. And so we'll look at it that way, and then if you want to play along with the record, you just transpose it down. It's mainly played around 3 chords. You've got G, but G is slightly different. It's more of a G, it's a 3-finger G, but because George doesn't play the top string, he plays little finger on 3 on the B, ring finger is on the bass on 3, and then your middle finger plays the 2nd fret on the A string. Then you just got a normal C chord and a normal D chord. Right, let's do a close up and we'll go into it. So we've got the 3 chords. We've got G, which is this ring finger on the bass on the 3rd fret, 2nd finger on the A on the 2nd fret, and your little finger on the 3rd fret of the B. So it's a 3-finger G effectively, with this little finger moved up. Then you have normal D, normal C. The picking pattern is in the right hand. You've got your 1st finger on the D string, 2nd finger on the G string, ring finger on the B string. They're going to pluck together. And you're going to alternate, on the G you're going to alternate your bass between the E string, A string, and you get 1, the bass is the count, 1, 2, 3, 4, the pluck is the and. So you're going to have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. On the C, he just stays on C. You can change your bass note if you want. You can play C over G, makes it quite folky, or you could play and pick that D, but George just sticks on that. And then when you come to D, everything changes. Thumb comes up and the 3 fingers drop down, so you've got the high string, the B string and the G string. So we'll go through in the verse. We'll do the verse first. You got G, there's 1 and 2 and E string pluck, A string pluck, 4 bars of that. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Spend a little bit of time getting used to this pattern. Once you get used to the pattern, that's pretty much the whole song, apart from adding in that hammer on. Then he comes to C, 2 bars of C. So your thumb comes down to the C, everything else does the same. A string, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and another bar. Now the second bit, which is different, is he comes back to G. And the first half's the same, E string pluck. Then you have a hammer on. You're going to play the open A, and you're going to hammer in to the 2nd fret. It's quite a quick hammer on. You're not pausing much, it's straight after the. And then he does that for every note in this sequence. So after the C's, he comes back to this. It's the same for the intro. So you have 2 bars of C, then 2 bars of G with a hammer on. Then in the first verse, he goes back to the G's without the hammer on. in every other verse he plays the repeat of that second line. So you go back to C, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then the hammer on. 2 bars of that. So the verse all the way through, I'll play it as if it's the second verse so you don't have that repeat. So you're going to go 4 bars of G, 2 bars of C, 2 bars of G with the hammer on, back to the C's, back to the G with the hammer on, then we come to the chorus. So the first chord's a D, as I said before, so in the right hand you're dropping your 3 fingers down a string each, so you get E string, B string, G string, ring, middle, first, thumb comes to the D string, 1 bar of D, pick, pluck, pick, pluck, pick, pluck, pick, pluck, then C, 1 bar, then you got the G with the hammer on, 2 bars. And he plays it twice, so you get D, it's quite nice on the, in my opinion, on the D and the C to play that 4th and, so you get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, that and to play an open chord. So the intro is that G with the hammer on. He varies it when he's playing live, usually it's 2 bars. So I will play through the whole song now, the rhythm part. We'll do the intro twice, then the verse as if it was the second verse, then the chorus. So intro. Verse. No hammer on here initially. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C. G with the hammer on. Back to the C. Chorus. And again, D, C, G with the hammer on. There's a few little riffs in the background. In the chorus, there's a little 7/7/7. So this is on the G string. You're going to be playing 3 7s in the right hand. If you're using a pick, it would be alternate picking, down, up, down. If you're using your fingers, thumb, index, thumb, all on the same string. It's a good thing to practice just for your speed on your fingers. Helps if you want to go down the line and play all this dire straits. That sort of thing. If you're having, so you've got 3 of them. Then you come back to 5. If you can, keep alternating that right hand so you get thumb, index finger, 5, 4. So 7, 7, 7, 5, 4, then 5 on the D. This sort of goes around in the background of the chorus, and you can put your little variations in. And then there's a verse riff which is exactly the same as the solo, so it's easiest to hear in the solo. It's in the E minor pentatonic, position 1. You're going to start on 12 of the G string, which is 12 on the G, 14 on the G, 12 on the G, 12 on the D, 12 on the G. First finger, ring finger, first finger, first finger, first finger. If you can, try and put vibrato on all of them. There's quite a lot of effects on the electric that you hear. So you can get this nice vibrato. Then the third time round, he changes, the first bit's the same, then you get 14 on the D. Just one set of that, so they'll play that again. And then you go back to that first line again, 12, 14, 12, 12, 12. So the solo all the way through. Oh sorry, this starts with a 12. Then the 14. Then back to the 12. And that's the whole song. So that's pretty much it. It's sort of fairly simple once you get going. It's just all about keeping that count, that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... If you get that, it's pretty much there. You just got the hammer on. You've got to keep those chords going in together nice and smooth, but it's pretty much fairly simple as you go. Right, any comments again, any questions, just drop them in below. And I'll have another song for you guys next week. Until then, take care.